Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop.
Do you love all things horror? Books? Movies? Podcasts? Of course you do. Well, come on down to goreclown.com.
Original artwork by an indie horror fan for indie horror fans.
Use code SLEEPOVER at checkout to save 15% on your whole purchase.
Oh, and did we mention? Gore Clown is the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch.
So don't forget to use Sleepover to save 15%.
Stay indie, suckers!
Welcome, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends to Spoiler Sleepover, Season 3, the Season of Suffering. Suffer along with your co-hosts Jason, Michael, and Rob as they watch and review some of the worst films to ever hit the screen. Now, enjoy the show. It'll be a real scream of a time.
I'm gonna spew.
Hey, Mike. Oh, you're not Mike. Now I'm disappointed.
Me too.
I love you. Oh.
Mike's a handsome fella.
And you're a fart smeller. That's
Darn
the proper
tootin'.
segue.
Boo! We are very unhinged, as much as this episode will be, because
Oh
the
my
movie
God.
is too.
Welcome back, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends. I love the segues into the intros this season. It's great. Hey, that intro sucked, just like this movie. Zing! We
Zap.
are back. Spoiler Sleepover, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends. I'm Jason Michael.
I'm Rob.
Somehow we get there every week. We are back this week talking about Dear Sweet Baby Jesus.
Jesus. Not him.
Yep. No. In fact, quite possibly the opposite. 11-11-11.
Oh my God. It came out in 2011. It shouldn't have come out at all. Oh
Wait for
my
the
God.
fucking sequel. But before we talk about the squeakquel of this movie,
Squeakle.
we will be talking about some what's been keeping us up at night. So, Rob, what's been keeping you up at night?
Well, I'm boring again this week. Not much. I've been watching my programs. Yeah, it's good. Hunting Party's been great. I don't know if anyone's watching it. No one's hit us up to say they've been watching it. I think you should watch it. Honestly, it's really good. It's just people hunting serial killers. It's fucking dope. And
What's
some
it
of
on
the
again?
killings. I believe it's on Peacock. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and you have a profile because I pay for it, and I made you your own profile.
And I don't
So-
remember the password since I moved, so I'm going to have to get that from
I'll
you.
Send it over to you.
Thank you,
but-
kindly.
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't had time since my promotion at work. I'm just busy with work, working overtime, and yeah, I made an almost done with my new album. It's another concept album, all centered around one thing. This time, the concept of death for the first album is a wide spectrum of things you can touch on. This one is a specific, singular thing, and it's going to be a two-parter. So I wanted it to be one track, like a good 35-minute song. I have decided to split it up into two, so it'll be a side A, side B situation. So once I do finally make a cassette for it, it'll be split nicely. So a good 15-minute songs, 2 15-minute songs will be good. But yeah, I'm really excited. The side A has come out really, really well, and the album cover is awesome. I really enjoy what I've been doing. But yeah, that's what's been keeping me up, and not much anything interesting, to be completely honest. But what about you? What's been keeping you up at night?
Well, since we talked about, not last week, but a few weeks ago, we talked about Bloodlines, Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yep.
Ever since that trailer has come out, the actual full blown one, not the little sneak peek teaser, I've of course been sending them to you because fuck this. I have seen so many goddamn log trucks driving in front of me on the highway, and I fucking hate it. It is Final Destination 2 about to just be like, you want to see Bloodlines? You
Yeah,
fucking
right.
want to see Bloodlines? You old
That's
bitch,
how they.
huh?
That's how they need to advertise the movie. They just need to start
Fuck
putting
that,
Final
dude.
Destination.
Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. Fuck you. Right off, dude.
Plane wrapped in Final Destination.
Gonna go to Six Flags in the fucking spring and just see it on the side of a goddamn roller coaster. What was
A
the other
race
one?
car,
Yeah, and a bridge. Ooh, sponsoring a bridge.
an escalator.
Oh my god. Just
So many different things. Just fucking
a glass
traumatize
pane.
everybody.
You just look up and there's a glass pane that just says Final Destination.
Bold statement, I think. But out of all the movies, that's the best death.
It's
in
tremendous.
All of the movie. There's
It's
so much blood.
kick ass.
So much blood.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I love that death. Sorry.
Yeah, but I've been seeing a lot of spooky, scary log trucks, and I want nothing to do with it. Other than that, the weather here in New Hampshire has been quite weird recently.
Sure
As we
has.
are getting into spring, it snowed again, but it's also been downpouring all day today, and it's been foggy as a motherfucker. I walked outside the house to walk the dogs, and it was Silent Hill in this bitch. So I'm walking down the street, and, obviously it's real difficult. Like, I couldn't see more than 10 feet ahead of me, so it was very scary getting the dogs out so they could, use the bathroom and not shit on the floor. So on our way back, for some reason, my brain was like, you now want to watch the fucking Wolfman, don't you? Yeah, you do, you bitch. So lo and behold, I got home and watched Wolfman from 1941 and started the remake from 2010. I don't think I stopped because it's the remake from 2010. I think I stopped because I went, okay, all right, no, I got my Wolfman. I got my 1941. I'll come back for this one. I'll come back. So I will be going back to finish 2010 and, of course, then revisiting 2025's Wolfman. There's also been a fun little thing. As you all know, I'm a very big fan of zombies and Call of Duty Zombies. The Shattered Veil, the newest season 3 for Black Ops 6, comes with the newest zombies map. I haven't played it much, but so far, so good. I just have not had a lot of time to play it at all, but I will be attempting to sit my ass down and actually put my nose to the grindstone and try and get as much time put into it as I did for The Tomb, which came out with the last season. Now, one of the fun main reasons as to why I haven't is going to go right into our earworms. So, as usual, thank you for telling me what's been keeping you up at night, Rob. Let us know what's been keeping you up at night. But to tag into earworms and what's been keeping us up at night, I got home from a concert earlier this week at 2:30 in the morning, and then still went to work later in the morning, but I took off the earliest part because that would have been about 3 hours of sleep, and fuck that. So I took a trip down to Boston, picked up my friend from school, from college, because they didn't have a ride all of a sudden. So we went to go see Ninja Sex Party, and holy shit, that was a fucking show. It was awesome. It was like a party. There was so much fun. Ninja Brian flipping everybody off. Dude, Ninja Brian got his own section of time in the concert, like 5 minutes, to do whatever the fuck he wanted. You want to know what he did?
Then karate?
Even better. He came out with a voiceover of like the musical stylings of Beethoven and Mozart and Bach. Ninja Brian this evening will be playing you the musical stylings of Korn. And then they kicked in with Freak on a Fucking Leash. And Twerp, the backing band, started singing Freak on a Leash, and I'm jumping up and down in the crowd. Nobody else around me is moving, but I'm fucking screaming the lyrics to Freak on a Leash as Ninja Brian is getting 69 individual ears of corn shoved into his pants. And then they sold all 69 individual ears of corn at their merch booth right after the show.
Wild.
Dude, it was a tremendous show. They haven't been back to Boston in 7 years, and I'm so happy that I got to see them. And they unveiled that Under the Covers 4, their cover album. Their fourth cover album will be coming out this fall, so definitely excited for that. But that has been my what's been keeping us up at night, as well as my earworm, Ninja Sex Party. Fuck yeah. Oh, fun fact also, if you don't know, I'm a sucker for pins. When I went to Whitechapel a few weeks ago, they had a handmade pewter pin, heavy fucking thing. It's the most expensive pin I have. It was $30, but it's worth it. Ninja Sex Party had a set of pins, only $10. The merch was quite reasonable, actually. And so I got more pins. And now from here, the next stop will be Trivium in May.
Ooh.
So I'm stoked for that because I haven't seen Trivium since 2014, actually. So
Dang.
I'm real ready for that. But yeah, that's been my earworm. Rob, what's been squiggling with you?
I mean, I've been all over the place. I've been discovering a whole lot of new music, like new to me stuff. But
And
specifically, I have been listening to this band called the Hirs Collective, spelled Hirs. It is a band of all queer musicians, trans, gay, everything. And they are fucking aggressive. Musically, vocally, lyrically, they are
one in
fighting.
public and they punched me in the face.
They probably would. They are fighting the good fight, and it is unbelievable. They have so many dope musicians coming in for songs and stuff like that. The huge names, huge fucking names who like are allies or in, the community, all of that. It is just unbelievable. And they have, it's just, I don't know. It's fucking awesome. You guys have got to check out the Hirs Collective. It is amazing. Yeah. Again, it's the Hirs. Hirs is spelled Hirs, but it's pronounced Hirs Collective. Absolutely fucking awesome. I mean, I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love them. I'm going to keep an eye out because they're just releasing new music again. So I'm curious to see if they're coming around the area. That would be just a badass show to go to.
I mean, it is tour season. Everyone's coming out with an album. Everyone's fucking coming out with a tour. Here for it.
April is going to be knucking futs for me. I've already got 2 shows and potentially a third lined up. Yeah.
We still got to figure out if we're going to see Ghost in July.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down, honestly. Depending on who's opening. You gave me a handful and there were a couple bands. I was like,
there's potential. I may go see. Does Ghost have pins?
I'm down for the theatrics to see the theatrical side of Ghost live. And I'm still at a standstill. I've only listened to the first 2 albums at this point in their entirety.
I forgot to ask you about that. Damn.
Yeah, that's why I haven't brought it up. Yeah, I hit a wall. Luckily, I'll have a little bit of time coming up that I'm going to like cut out to like go through. I made it through the first 2 albums kind of easily. Mm-hmm. The second half of the second album really drags ass, and I found myself zoning out, so I was missing out on some stuff.
You got to go back.
I'm listening to the lyrics because musically it's milquetoast. It's not great. Vocally, we'll get into why I feel the way I do about this in a Patreon episode where we're going to talk Ghost, because we're doing this for Patreon. We're going to have a special
Seamus
guest
and
with
I are
us.
shaking our head at you right now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have at least one special guest join us for this, a real special guest. But
Tobias Forge.
Yeah, right. No.
Damn.
But anywho, yeah, I got to get back to it. I got to get through this and just listen. I mean, I did the same. I got through all of the fucking Conjuring universe movies. I can do Ghost. It's fine. It's not hurting my eyes. I can do anything. Just my ears. So, but that's been our earworms for the week. Let us know what you've been listening to. Tell me and tell us if you have discovered anything that's new to you that seems different and odd and interesting. We're open to listen, especially me. I'm constantly looking for new music, constantly, like literally every day.
and again, definitely because it's about to be tour season.
Yeah,
everyone's going on tour. Let us know if you're going to any shows. Like if maybe we'll see you at one if you're in the New England area.
Yes.
But also at the same point, just let us know if you're going to shows, because honestly, besides going to movies and like just going out to places like this, this is the interaction we get with our type of crowd. We get horror movies and we get fucking metal shows or fun music. Just go experience it and go engage with people. I engaged with somebody at a Ninja Sex Party because I recognized their hoodie. And I was like, hey man, I get the reference. I understand the hoodie. And he looks at me and goes, cool, and walks away. I was like, cool. Thanks, man.
Fucking nerds.
Yep.
Socially awkward nerds at concerts are.
Oh, he had no clue
awkward.
what to do with that. He's like, fuck. God damn, fuck.
Why did I leave my bedroom? I could be in my pajama pants drinking Mountain Dew and playing Call of Duty. Called you out, bitch. Called you out.
I can't drink Mountain Dew, man. It makes me sick. But we're not talking about Call of Duty and Mountain Dew. At least not Call of Duty anymore. We've got a little... Rob, you have something you are very excited to tell me about. You have no idea, or I have no idea what it is, but you are very excited.
All right,
I'm worried, personally.
We're just going to keep it in the vein you said. We're not talking about video games anymore. Fuck yes, we are.
Son of a bitch.
We are talking about video games. So you were very seamless with your transition from your what's been keeping you up at night into the earworm, and I applaud you for it. It was great. But you missed out on something. Jay and Silent Bob have been added to Call of Duty. So, that is not my creeping it real, but
they're getting Blunt Man and Chronic skins.
Yes, they are. I've never played Call of Duty like the live. I've played the original games that were a story that were good, but I've never played this. But now,
and that's why I only play zombies, dude.
Yeah,
and luckily the skins carry over into zombies. So
fuck yeah! All right, well, Patreon content right there. Watch Jason Michael and I play zombies as Jay and Silent Bob or Blunt Man and Chronic.
Hell yeah!
Either way. Video games. Amazing news. Just released, just announced. Ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends, you know that we are the house that loves David Howard Thornton. Well, let's love him a little bit more because they have just announced there is a Terrifier video game coming out. Yes, that's right. The Arcade game is what it is called.
Yep.
It is a side-scrolling 8-bit video game. Dude, fucking hell. It's coming out on all systems. All systems.
Yep.
Every platform is getting it. It's going to be on Steam, so if you don't own a system and you have a computer only, you'll be able to get it there. But they also announced a collector's edition.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to pull the picture up just so I can describe what I'm looking at here. The collector's edition comes with the game, Adoy.
Yep. What?
It comes with some postcards. It comes with a pair of bloody gloves.
Nice.
It looks like a CD for the soundtrack. Some sort of invitation. It looks like a desk standee that has art and somebody else in their 8-bit form, some stickers in the 8-bit forms, 2 to 3 posters, and apparently leftovers of the barf bags from the original movie. So,
listen, you got to get rid of them somehow.
Yeah, I do not know how much this is going to be. I have not seen. Pre-orders are available currently. I did not click on the link because I didn't want my heart broken. But you will hear it here first, hopefully, when the game gets released, because I will tell you this much. It will be coming home with me. I will be getting it because it is getting released on the Switch, and I am down to play that on the Switch.
Yeah, I'm currently looking up the pre-orders.
Is the price stupid?
Give me one quick second. Oh, yes, I am over the age of 17, rated mature.
Yeah, I love it.
Ooh, wish list now. Okay, all right. Give me a second.
Wish my list.
Okay, all right. Buy now. We'll go to Amazon, because
Flamaflon.
This screen is available in Spain. Change countries to continue? No.
Spain.
That's weird to me. It's saying $90.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's definitely not the worst collector's edition that's out there.
Oh, that's for the collector's edition. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not bad at all.
No,
I thought you meant just for the regular game. All right,
that would be
yeah,
ridiculous.
that's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
I do have one more thing for Creeping It Real / probably a very soon to be what's been keeping me up at night. Unfortunately, on April 1st, for those of you that are fans of The Dark Knight, The Batman, we lost Val Kilmer. He's been in many other movies, but I know him specifically from My Birth Year Batman, Batman Forever. Now, I know people hate it and dog on it. Fuck you. That is a tremendous Batman universe. Like, when I think of Gotham, I think of the Schumacher, Burton-esque, weird Gothic giant hanging buildings. Like, that is my Gotham. And they did a real good job of it, bringing it back in Justice League, no matter how shit that original Justice League was. They did a real good job portraying it. So, unfortunately, Val Kilmer, another Batman we lost, Kevin Conroy, Adam West. So, we are down another Batman, and it's sad. But hey, I'm probably going to go through and watch all those live-action Batman movies now because it's been a minute, and I feel like it's needed. So
I own them all on VHS. I own the box set. So
those are down at my parents' house.
I do want to add. I mean, I feel like it's always sad when we lose somebody we look up to, somebody we appreciate as an artist. Val, in the last few years, has been suffering.
Yep.
So this passing is really like he's no longer in pain. So as hard as it is that we've lost somebody like that, we also have to look at it in a more positive light as well. That he's no longer in pain. So yeah, but rest in peace. And his movies live on. I mean, we still got him. We can still see him every day if we want. So
yep, you can watch Top Gun not for Tom Cruise, but watch it for Val Kilmer.
I mean, I've never watched it for Tom Cruise. I've also never willingly watched it. I don't like.
Neither have I, and that's why I will continue to watch Batman Forever.
Yeah,
but again, yes,
there we go.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. But now we are moving on.
Yeah, and guess what, Jason Michael? It's week 3 of everyone's favorite new segment.
Everybody.
Selena's Thoughts.
There it is. Love that.
These are Selena's thoughts on Lethal Virus.
I'm so excited. I am so fucking ready.
In 2 parts.
Selena
actively messaged us whilst watching the movie.
Yo, it's like when I was watching Scream 6. This is beautiful.
We may have our stand-in, by the way, if one of us can't be here. Selena will be filling in for one of us.
What the fuck did you make me watch?
Dude, seriously. All right, her first message to us. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, he wasn't here for that either.
7 minutes in, and the way they shot some of these scenes is already getting to me with the crazy emoji face. I responded with, "Yep, it's real bad."
Uh-huh.
A while later, she responds with her final response on the movie. Lethal Virus was so bad. Again, first 7 minutes had me second guessing my decision to watch it. Shaky camera work, which made the scenes unwatchable. Horrible acting. Mm-hmm. They should have taken some of that money that used on aerial shots and hired better writers.
Not wrong.
This is amazing. This is how we know she's a kindred spirit. The true horror of this movie was not the Tommy Wiseau vibe giving Scott or the soldiers. It was the credits letting me know my suffering was over. So I want you suckers to know that Selena is watching these before the episodes come out. And so
She's
now
watching
that this
along with us.
the episode's already been out,
Mhm.
she caught the same vibes that we did. She saw the fucking room in this bitch. She saw that the aerial views and the fucking everything else, the shots of the woods and the birds were beautiful. We saw the same things. I'm telling you, we're going to convince Selena to fill in for one of us at one of these points in time. Like, oh, I got to be gone for 3 weeks.
I cannot wait to hear the message of, you motherfuckers, we said the same shit.
Yep.
I can't wait for it, dude.
Yep.
Also,
I'm so
so
amped.
I just have to say this because it makes me so happy, especially after that response. Selena, thank you for joining us on this shit fiesta of a ride, because god damn it, we didn't ask her to do this.
No.
She said, I'm going to suffer with you on this. I
Yep.
mean, we opened it up to everybody and she said, oh, it's on, motherfuckers. And lo
I'm
and
so
behold, this is great.
But
I can't
that
wait.
was week 3 of Selena's Thoughts.
There it is. Every time it makes me happy.
Well, on
Oh,
with
fuck.
the show.
The happiness immediately tanked by 11. Fuck.
Well, this was my pick, not
Bastard.
intentional. I added to a list of 20. The dice picked it. We will blame.
You're the-
We blame the dice. We do not blame each other. This is how this friendship stays true forever. It's the dice's fault. It's not ours.
Rob and I are going to have a petty argument like an old married couple. And it's like, fuck you, dice. Fuck you.
It's the dice. The dice
It's
did
always
this.
the dice.
Well, this is fucking 11. Came out in 2011. Was written and directed by Keith Allen. Was also written by Kif
11?
Skull. Kif.
Can we do, hang on. You
Kif.
keep talking. I'm going to do some quick research on that name. I want to
Kif.
know. Yeah, I want to know the fucking origins of Kif. Oh,
Kif.
no, not Skull Smokeless Tobacco. Sorry, bud.
Nope.
Honestly, that's the automatic assumption I thought.
I would
of
have
how you spell his
much
name.
rather have chewed and swallowed an entire tin of Skull smokeless tobacco than have to watch this movie.
Once again, I repeat. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
God. I'm gonna say this at the top of the episode like I did 2 weeks ago with Bad Ben. I didn't think it was horrible. It was a shit movie. Don't get me wrong. Dear fucking God, was it a shit movie. I will say my final thoughts on it. If it was done in a more efficient manner, it could have been done right.
This movie?
Yeah. Did we watch
No.
the same movie?
Yeah,
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
no.
Ruh-roh.
This movie was already made, and it was made very well, and it was called The Fucking Omen. This is We Have the Omen at Home.
We're also going to play the game of, we've had this conversation. Hold your thoughts. Jason has only seen a select brand of movies, and a lot of the times it's slashers of a certain variety or Universal monsters. We've had this conversation. You know this.
Well, here we go. This is the
The goddamn
announcement.
dice again.
This is the announcement. We have a Patreon. We have not quite utilized yet.
Mhm.
We have a few segments. We have some new ideas and stuff. We're going to be putting them on there. Once it is up and going, trust me, we will announce and we will let you know. But there is a segment that we will be doing where I introduce Jason Michael to movies he should fucking know about. And
A lot of it's going to be like,
how do you not know?
well, listen, we should venture off the path of horror movies because there's still like, quote, cult classics that I have not seen. I haven't seen any of the Terminators. Any of them. And I know that's going to shock a lot of people. Rob's face right now, I don't know if he's... Okay, he blinked. I didn't know if he was frozen or not. Okay, he's shaking his head. All right, so that's a good thing. He cares about the Terminator franchise. I'm guessing to a certain
Cares.
extent.
Cares about the Terminator. Let me put it this way. When DVDs first became a thing, the cases weren't those cases that open from the side. They were these heavy duty plastic cases that slid up.
He said heavy.
I also said duty. I have the original DVD of the Terminator. Original
Dun, dun, dun,
DVD.
dun, 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 dun.
best. You don't get to sing the fucking theme without having seen these movies. I will end you. This isn't the dice's fault. This is your fault.
Your Honor, it was the dice. I promise. I swear.
Stay tuned for
Back to the future.
announcement of the Patreon rolling out and all of that so that you all can get some extra content. We're going to have some really cool stuff on there.
Futures, any of the James Bonds.
Fucking hell. Somebody else is going to have to take over on some of these too because I'm just going to get angry.
I don't remember the Back to the Future theme. Anyway,
So,
we're not talking about any of that shit. We're talking
the
about...
synopsis for 11-11-11 reads as thusly.
I love our tangents.
Jack and Melissa are frightened by their son's bizarre and violent behavior. They soon learn that he is the gateway to the apocalypse. And it will happen on his birthday, 11-11-11. Now,
Wrong. Because Melissa doesn't feel shit in this movie.
Nope.
Melissa
Well, I mean,
is...
she does towards the end. She feels
true,
something
yeah.
stab
Oh
her
my
in the
God.
side.
Dude, my jaw hit the ground. I was like, what the fuck?
I said-
in like a...
I out loud said, finally, something happened.
I mean, oh my God. Thinking about it, all right, you're fair. This is a shit movie. There were some moments where it was like, for some reason, it was giving me House vibes. I don't know why.
So this is, it's a haunted house movie. Imagine if there was a haunted house movie that was haunted by the devil himself and the Omen
what it
took
is?
place inside this house. It's the Omen, but the devil lives within the house and they just needed the right vessel to live in the house, which we're going to kind of blow through this because so much fucking happens, because this is also should be called 11-11-11 jump cut the movie, because what the fucking shit, there are cuts that don't matter, don't need to be in the movie.
Are you telling me? Now hold everything.
Did not
Are
need to be an
you-
hour and 27 minutes long.
No, 100% it fucking didn't. The moment I saw 127 or an hour and 27 minutes, I was like,
Yeah.
ugh. Because the last time I saw something like that and went, ugh, it was last week's Lethal Virus. But also before that was
Yep.
fucking Frankenstein's Island, which literally has me worried for the other one that I have on my list. But we're not getting into that. Are you telling me, Rob, right here, right now, in front of all of our listeners, are you telling me this is 11-11-11? The devil made me do it?
No. Yes.
It's a shit fucking movie.
No, it's a good movie, you bitch.
You're full of shit. Throw this whole movie out the window. We're going back into talking about the devil made me do it. I will call Christine right now, motherfucker.
It's late o'clock.
The
Insider
dice
view.
made me do this.
Oh
That's my new
God.
excuse for
The
everything now.
dice made me do it. You just say it at work.
I was possessed by the dice. Christine's gonna slap me in the back of the fucking head. Oh my God.
So the number 11 runs throughout this entire fucking movie.
Dude.
We literally get an explanation at the fucking ass end of the movie that the number 10 is God's number and the number 11 is the devil's number. The fuck it
That
is.
was 6.
Yes, you are correct. It's 6. But whatever. It's made up because it's stupid, because this all needs to be 11. Nat, which is not a nickname for somebody named Nathan. The kids should be Nate. They're calling him Nat the entire time. That pissed me the fuck off, by the way, especially seeing as
Honestly-
there's wasps, not gnats. Those are wasps. Dude, the first time I said it, I was like, that's a wasp, you idiot. And then I realized they were referring to the kid, and I'm like, that's also not a nickname for Nathan.
Dude, I thought, I heard Matt, I heard Nat, I heard Nah, I heard, there is a lot in this movie that I would have changed, obviously.
I would change everything except for the opening. The opening was amazing.
The opening was great. I thought we were in for a real treat, but then
So
there's
did I.
no fucking connection.
No, there was. So let me get into
How?
this. So the movie
ahead.
opens, and it's a party of some sort, and it is bleeding Argento. Like, this is the most Argento thing I've ever seen in a non-Argento film in a very long time that wasn't on a multi-million-dollar budget. It opens at this
Yes, we
party.
did not have that money.
Then all of a sudden we get the low shot somebody's hands, somebody's arms. A rope gets pulled, and an entire room gets just covered in plastic that was rolled up on the ceiling, and no one noticed for some reason. And
Well,
then
it was New Year's Eve, baby.
a hand comes out from the side of the screen with a gun and shoots a dude in the head, and then another gun, and everybody at the party is laid to waste. We get this awesome shot of blood that is like jelly red, which is the most Argento thing you could do, with a second to final shot of a hand sliding down the plastic with that jelly blood, which is, again, Argento as fuck. And then this beautifully amazing shot where the two shooters walk on screen together in unison, turn away from the camera, and at opposite ends put their guns to their own heads, and then it cuts to outside and we get two bangs. Fucking brutal ass opening. Loved it. And then it was just downhill from there.
It gave me, and this might be a reach, but I'm hoping and praying with our wonderful podcast connection here, you might get where I'm going with this. The opening kind of gave me Ghost Ship vibes. In a way. All right, cool. All right.
This opening holds everything to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So after that happens,
I'm so excited for you to explain this because I was fucking trying to figure it out.
We get a cut to the dirtiest windshield on planet Earth, and we meet the main characters of the movie, the mom and dad, and Nat.
The dad, otherwise known as Gray John Stamos.
That's an insult to John Stamos. That dude has not aged. He's a handsome feller. As a fellow gray-haired motherfucker.
Yeah, but you play it off
nowhere
well.
near as handsome as John Stamos.
This guy looked like you took a can of that Party City spray paint and went, shh. All right, get in there, champ.
So they're driving to their new house and almost hit a sentient sock, I guess, that gets pulled across the screen. Yeah, it looked like a sock, but the dad thinks he's being funny. And by dad, I mean whoever the fuck wrote this and called it a fucking possum cat. It was dumb.
Uh-huh.
The dialogue immediately just shoots to shit the second the movie starts. They get to the house. The house number is 1415, and Nat quickly realizes that equals 11.
And I thought he was talking about the 2 ones, and then after some long sit there staring at numbers and dad going, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh yeah, it does equal 11. And then I sat there and did the math and went, oh yeah.
I got it immediately because they show you the house number, and then they meet the realtor, and then they go up, and then Nat sees the number again. They show it again, but the first time they showed it, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like immediately it clicked. I was like, it's 11." I'm like, "This is fucking stupid." I was so pissed.
What also immediately clicked? It's a fucking weird sort of cult religion movie from the get-go, and you could tell it by the goddamn realtor, who's very Annie. Go back home. I'll talk to you later. Now go. And it's like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure the realtor wouldn't normally say that to other homeowners.
It's also the couple jogging by wearing the same jogging uniform who are, oh, look, new neighbors. Yeah.
The fucking sorority dudes or chick or whatever. Papa got me an Escalade. That fucking looking prick who falls on a fence. Good goddamn riddance.
That was like the worst shot ever.
Oh my God.
So the connection here is the dad is there to become the new professor of this college. This house is campus housing. So they are staying there. They're living there because the college is paying for them to live in this house. We find out at dad's first day on the job that the guy that was first shot at the party in the side of the head was that professor that he's filling the position for, who was previously living in that same house. Mm-hmm. That's the connection. So everybody that was there was a sacrifice to Satan.
Satan.
Yep.
Dr. Satan. Dude, I did get a few chuckles out of this movie. That I'm okay with. Like in the beginning with the cleaning guy where it's like, oh yeah, I cleaned up after his going away party. Oh, big party? I wasn't invited. I get it because you weren't fucking dead.
He also did not look at anybody while he was talking. Did you notice that?
Never did.
Stared at the
Especially
floor.
Especially in the weird fucking, like, smoking in the boys' room in the back of a van, just, like, staring off into the window. You deserved it.
Yep.
I did what I had to do. It's like, cool, Cletus.
Cool,
Move
Cletus.
on.
Yeah, so the short and skinny of this is the parents are fucking morons and are oblivious to the fact that their kid who is quote unquote shy and their neighbors are fucking weird, but they just keep living and going on. The weird jogging couple, or no, the sorority couple show up and have cookies and flowers and then a birthday present for Nathan. I'm done calling him Nat. It's pissing me off. Nathan.
You're also making me regress. I take back what I said at the movie. This is a fucking shit movie.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
All
and
right, we're on the same page, baby.
The mom asks how they knew his birthday was coming up, and they were like, "Oh, the realtor told me." How the fuck does the realtor know? The mom even looks confused. Which,
yeah, how the fuck do they know? God is telling them?
Yes, no, Satan, because they are Satanists. And
but I thought that wasn't the devil coming out of the child, and they didn't want the devil?
No, they wanted him. That's why the ending of the movie happens, where they're all eluded in red and around them chanting, and why they also scratch themselves with that weird comb in the van and start saying,
"So Annie
God
was the
and hail Satan."
Annie, the neighbor who's looking for her orange tabby cat, which shows up as a puddle of maggots underneath Nat's bed. She's the only good person in this entire fucking movie?
Yeah, by trying to kill a kid.
That's fair. All right. Go about your day, ma'am. Then there was also Vic.
She says it. She
Victor
says it too. She calls his mom, and says that your child is the devil and he needs to be killed or the world will end.
Calls dad.
The dad. Yeah, that's right. And the dad just keeps going, "Who is this? Who is this? Who is this?"
She doesn't even disguise her voice, and then she goes back and talks to him like moments later. Also, motherfucker tries to abduct him through the back goddamn yard. Through the connecting... Dude, I would have boarded that shit up fucking a while ago.
This is what I'm saying. These are the worst parents ever. I mean, think about later in the movie, too.
He leaves
the room.
Where mom's drugged up.
Yeah,
she's useless.
Rosemary's Baby. It's a duo. It's a quadruple ripoff. This is Amityville Horror ripped off by The Omen, ripped off by Rosemary's Baby, ripped off by any Argento film. This was horrible. It was not done well. There's a moment
Uprising
where
shout out to last week.
The dad leaves the room, comes back, and Nathan is on the floor, passed out, covered in blood, and there's bloody handprints all over the fucking room. He picks his passed out son up, washes his hands in the sink, promptly puts him to bed. Doesn't call the 911, doesn't bring him to a hospital, just puts him to bed.
We're going to be bouncing back and forth. Dude, at that moment, because before that, he's standing at the foot of mom's bed, who mom gets drugged up this entire time because, spoiler alert, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Because she goes into the bath at 11:11, and dad's like, "Oh, you didn't drown in there." And then she screams. First off, if she's not answering and you think she jokingly drowned in there, bitch, go check.
Mm-hmm.
First off, fuck you, go check. Second, it's 11:11. Always. And all of a sudden, the bath is, I thought she shit herself, honestly. It was
it looked like poop water.
It was
shit brown.
water.
It was brown.
And then the doctor, who goes on sabbatical, who's also now a Satanist, is literally like, "I guess you're pregnant." I'm like, when the fuck did this happen?
By the way, listeners, if you have not watched this movie, Jason Michael didn't skip anything. That's literally the cut. It's wake up, muddy water, scream, in doctor's office, you're pregnant.
Muddy water.
The whole movie is like this. It's just like, hey, this happened. Now we're here. Like,
yeah. And it's like he's explaining, it's like, you have this condition, we're going to give you a bunch of this medication, or you might have a miscarriage. And then mom is freaking out at home, and dad goes, "You don't want to have a miscarriage, do you?" And it's like, who says it like that?
It's not even that. It's the doctor also. The mom's like, "Oh, but Nathan is homeschooled. Who's going to take care of him?" And then he's like, "Your insurance covers a nurse and a nanny." What is this, England? Like, they don't. This is America, bitch. We don't cover that shit.
Thank you, NHS.
Yeah, right. Unless, I mean, we're not given it. No, we are given a state. not intentionally. We see the license plate that says California. I was going to say otherwise it could be Canada, but we see a license plate that says California. So,
I mean, they might be way too friendly, but they're all putting it on. So,
yep. For Satan!
For Satan! At the same point, motherfucker. Dude, I was hoping. I don't even remember her name. The original nanny that showed up for the interview.
Oh,
and then.
Yeah, that was. Better fucking edit this shit out. I wrote it down because she was like, oh, and all the people call me this. I took far too many notes for this one. 4 fucking pages. It was the only thing keeping my brain at fucking bay from not wanting to rip my own hair out. This movie was terrible. I'm so glad Nicole fell asleep last night and didn't have to watch it with me. Although it would have made it more enjoyable because she would have been jumping at this because it was terrible. Nanny keeps reading. Nope, I'm way ahead. Oh yeah, okay. I think you mean Fonda Rhonda?
Oh my god. Yeah, Fonda Rhonda. Which was the dad checking out both of these nannies? Because he was definitely checking out Denise.
Same.
No, dude, I was looking at Denise and I wanted to fucking just have nothing to do with her because she had that face where you go, ooh, I don't like you.
I've made bad decisions in my past. Sorry.
You are a bitch I knew in high school and you're a bitch then and you're a bitch now. And sure as shit, Fonda Rhonda doesn't make it home that night, which also, do you think she was a Satanist in this? Or was she
Fonda Rhonda? No, because I feel like there's another character that we are introduced to right before this that I think they're both aware, but aren't part of it. So Fonda Rhonda, I think, is aware of this stuff, but we meet this dude on a bicycle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the painter.
No, the painter, that was hilarious and
very short-lived.
Yeah, a dude gets hit by a van, and it's a cardboard cutout gets hit by a van. Is what it literally
CGI.
It's so bad.
Dude,
all the CGI is shit in this movie.
There's scratches on the wall in the house, and definitely not raccoon scratches, as the realtor puts it.
Yeah,
and so they call
largest
a painter.
Raccoon.
Yeah, and they call a painter, and he shows up, and Nat goes to the door, and he goes, "Hey, amigo, I'm here to paint the wall." And he looks up and sees the scratches, and goes, and takes off.
Yeah,
and at that moment, honestly, when he opened the door, because the only other thing Nat said before this was 11, I thought he was going to open the door and go, 11? Like, that's how he's going to communicate for the rest of the movies. Just say 11 with different cadences.
I mean, he shouldn't have spoken at all because that kid was fucking terrible actor.
But the painter takes off, and you can see it from the moment he steps foot in the street. Very horrible rotoscoping. Very horrible CG.
Yep.
The fucking CG truck that goes... It doesn't even make contact with him.
No.
And he goes flying.
Yeah. It's like a cardboard cutout. They like, it reminded me of Tim and Eric. It was like, I've seen this on Tim and Eric before. Where's my chippy?
You can tell this is a shit cult from the beginning.
Yeah.
But from the moment when everyone's like, oh my God. And the dude, Vic, whatever his name is, rolls up on a bike and goes, did he mess up? It's like, oh, okay, all right. So everything's fucked here. Everything's fucked.
So I gotta rewind because I'm gonna be uploading this photo on our Instagram because I was like, what? That is wild. We find out. We don't find out. I had to figure it out myself just by context clues that there's a moment while they're at the doctor's office, I guess, and Nathan is flipping through this random ass book that just has the number 11 in it a whole bunch.
Oh my
Turns
God.
out that is the gift that he was given, by the way. That's what the neighbors gave, was that book that has the number 11 all over it. And there's he flips to a page and it's the Twin Towers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that is a wild choice for you to put in this book. They show it, or this movie, but they show it multiple times.
Yep.
And I've got to read this because I took a picture of the screen because I was like, there's no way this is going to be anywhere online and I can take a higher quality photo. But it's got the Twin Towers, which horrible loss. But on here, it's there were 92 passengers on flight 11. 9 plus 2 equals 11. Flight 77 had 65 passengers. 6 plus 5 equals 11.
Fuck off.
So yeah, if you want to see that, just stay tuned. I'll be uploading that on our Instagram.
Really?
See it.
They thought this was okay?
Dude.
10 years later?
I mean,
10 years and some change later, they thought that was really a great idea.
They thought this movie was a fucking great idea. Let's not start trying to split hairs on this thing. This was a terrible movie that should never have been made in the first place. Them adding some 9/11 in there isn't going to change anything.
No, in fact, it actually quite makes it worse and more sad.
True.
I just wasted an hour and a half on this? Fuck.
But we do get to meet Kitty Cat Backpack Guy, which is probably the only saving grace, although
Easily dispatched and very quickly with
problematic.
With a very, very far away baseball bat shovel. No, it's the baseball bat and then it was the shovel.
Yeah.
But you can tell they are like easily more than 10 yards behind him in the car. Like he's going up a hill. He's at the top of the hill. They're like a little bit behind him. You can tell they're nowhere near him with that baseball swing.
No.
It's like,
yeah.
Fucking stupid.
But he's also supposed to be like autistic or mentally challenged or something, and it is not.
I hate how that's a thing in movies like this.
Yeah.
It's a stereotype of a character where it's like, oh, he knows what's going on. And when he just casually strolls into John, whatever the fucking dad, John Stamos' house, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, come on in, whatever. Yep. He walks towards the door, and the two neighbors, like the jogging couple, are going by going, don't say more than you should. Like,
yeah.
Get you, motherfucker.
And they do. But it's...
Oh, yeah.
That's when that is the moment when he's in there is when you find out, if you hadn't put it together yet, that the party previously was the murder. So he says, oh, the professor that you took over for, he was murdered in this house. Or he says he took his own life, is what he says.
Was it before or after this where the dad is still cleaning out the fucking desk and finds a binder with some form of mascot team, whatever on it, and music kicks in and we're like, are we supposed to care? Sure as shit. He opens it up and it's the professor's resignation / termination / fuck no, I'm not doing that. Too much tenure letter.
So you didn't... You also didn't piece that together that the logo was the same exact scratches as the one on the wall? That their
I don't think I cared enough.
Their logo, that's just how satanic this entire fucking town is that their logo is exactly the demon or Satan that lives there, whatever the scratchy thing is. It's the same thing.
They're a bunch of hipster Satanists.
Very much.
Yep. They're adorable.
So, yeah, this is not a good movie. Like, just point blank. So let's just get to the good stuff. Bad Nanny killed Good Nanny by beating the fucking shit out of her. Bad Nanny continue be Bad Nanny.
Dude, that was a shit beat up. Like, you could tell she was like,
oh yeah,
all right, I'm gonna wind up with this kick and then slowly go, ugh.
Yeah.
Like the punches that never connected. Not a single hit in this goddamn movie connected. The only one that looked like it connected was a machete later.
That and when Nathan stabs his mom.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That and the fucking bathtub after that made me go, oh, all right, it's that kind of movie.
Oh, you know what? I take it back. I did laugh at this movie, and it was that scene. Because I was like, is this still happening? Is this still going on? I thought it was going to be so quick, and I was just like, oh, this is still going on.
Why does Mommy have to die? She doesn't have to die. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Mommy's hair looks wet. I'm going to give her a hairdryer.
Son, I need to get out of the bathtub, you dumb motherfucker.
Too bad you're not, but something else is going to come out of you for 12-12-12, which we're not fucking doing.
I don't give a shit if we do a season 3.5. It's not happening.
Yeah. If any of you suckers decided to suffer beyond us and watch the two, yes, count it, 2 sequels to this movie. There is not a 13th month in the year, but there are 2 sequels, 12-12-12 and 13-13-13. If you do watch them, please write us an essay or record your own synopsis and opinion on this because we will 1000% read or play it on a future episode because
Satan's born on the 13th month of the 13th year with the 13th day of the 13th second.
Fuck you.
I haven't even looked at the movie poster. I just know that it exists, but it'd be hilarious if 13-13-13 took place on Mars, and because of like the gravitational pull or something, there's like 24 months in a year or some shit. They're just like, we're going to do 24 months in a year now that we live on Mars. And it's just Satan on Mars.
Fringerary.
It'd be hilarious. Satan in space.
And Funktober. It's great.
Space and Tori.
That sounds like some sort of dysentery in space.
Probably is.
Mars. What are we talking about?
Oh, man. I've got nothing. I got nothing. You can cut that out. Please do.
This movie's breaking us.
Yeah, definitely gotta cut it out. I just coughed into the mic. Sorry. My God.
I'm dying. Dude, there's so much bullshit that happens in this movie. Like fucking Denise punches Fonda Rhonda in the face very, very slowly and very, very cheaply. And then suddenly she's dead. And she goes in for a shit interview. She's not great, but dad checks her out.
I'm your new nanny. That's what she says. She just walks in. I'm your new nanny.
Your other nanny's dead in the hedge over there. So
she make it 10 steps off of the fucking property and she's got the shit beat out of her.
I love the fact of dad calls Rhonda after, and I'm so glad that they were both in agreement, even though mom was on fucking cloud 9 with the drugs she was getting, being fucking immobilized and sedated while super duper pregnant. I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to go. But at the same point, she's like, yeah, I'm your new nanny. And she, from the get-go, I hate her. I know you're not supposed to like her. But the fact of she's like, yeah, you see this beautiful monarch butterfly? Burn it. With the dude, there's only one good thing in this movie that I went, oh, hell yeah. And that's a kid in the backyard taking bottles and bricks and smashing glass.
Dude, he's not even just, it's not even just glass. He like turns on like a tangerine or something at one point too. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
He was trying to do it in the first place. He was trying to like cause fire with glass, and she just helped him. And then
I thought he was trying to get a better look at the monarch. That was my thought. It looked like he was trying to use it as a magnifying glass.
You know what?
Like, ooh, a butterfly.
If that kid had any facial reaction other than I think I just pooped, maybe I'd know. But that kid has one look on his face the entire movie,
and it's
duty. The whole fucking movie. And he's a terrible actor on top of that. Like all of his lines were dry and just one fucking level.
You have to die. Stab.
Why does mommy have to die? All right, robot boy, get the fuck off screen. You're weirding everybody out. But
Natron, let's take that again. Yes, sir.
Natron. Yes, master. But it's just literally, I mean, okay, so jumping all the way to the end, the satanic possession happens because that's the only thing I can think that it is. It cannot be. That's where this deviates from the Omen. He wasn't
after Alice, the crazy neighbor who we thought was bad, takes him to try and kill him, to try and save him, and then she gets fucking macheted in the neck by dad again, while mom is fucking knocked the fuck out with drugs. She's useless this entire movie.
I just realized we skipped over the only saving grace moment in this entire movie.
I'm so hopeful for this because I can't even think of what it could be.
Mom comes to, realizes south, that she's been being drugged and that something's off with Nathan and she needs to go find Nathan. So she tries to get out of bed and the nurse stops her, which then she tries to like slap the sky. I don't know. And the nurse puts her into bed and then she starts murmuring something. And the nurse is like, what are you saying? What are you saying? And keeps getting closer and closer and closer. And then the mom just thumb fucks her eye holes out. Dude,
unfortunately, the CG's not great.
Well, luckily enough, it's dark enough that it doesn't matter. And the fact that the nurse's screaming is the only good acting in this entire movie, because that was some blood curdle screams.
That's fair.
Amazing. Also, note, any movie could be a piece of shit movie if somebody in that movie thumbs somebody else's eyes out, that's the best scene in the movie. That is the most brutal way to fuck somebody up. I love eye thumbing in movies. It's fucking amazing. Just thumb everybody's eyes out.
Lo and behold, we have found one of Rob's kinks right here on the air.
Yep.
Eye thumbing.
New holes.
Jesus Christ.
It's not
Keep it all
here. But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
so I can't say for sure because nothing is explained in this fucking movie other than the fact that apparently 11 is the devil's number now, 5
Bullshit.
short. But
The devil's like, what the fuck? No, it's not.
you know, you're 55 numbers short, you motherfuckers.
Rich.
It's the fact that the way everything is going is the fact that the house is 11. 11 is supposed to be the devil's number. This kid was born on 11/11. He's turning 11 on 11/11/11.
66
He's being
is the
taught
devil's
all
number?
of these 11 numbers, all of these 11 math problems, and they have this time period that they have to take care of this. Makes me think that it's only the numbers that matter and not necessarily Nathan. It could be any other kid born on 11/11, turning 11, that exact time. It could have been anybody, but that is like the
Just
perfect
happened to be
gateway for this child to become possessed by Satan or a devil, whatever it may be. Because there is a moment where everything seems okay and Nathan is fine. It is once the cult gets Nathan away from their dad after Nathan has thrown the fucking hairdryer in the bathtub and killed his mom.
Yeah, spoiler alert, that shit happens.
Yeah, that they encompass him in a circle and are like chanting that it's like basically game over. Dad comes in and fucking once again more shitty action sequences, starts wasp spraying everybody in the face.
Here's the thing, though. I do appreciate that scene because at the same moment, you got to think, and I can cut this out entirely if you want to. As a parent,
Yep.
anybody comes fucking with your kids, not a goddamn thing is going to stop you.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that because that would be me too. I'm just saying that this was just like anybody else getting hit in the movie. He was
All right, fair.
swinging a baseball bat.
Too head on in that.
Yeah, no, he was swinging a baseball bat like 6 feet away from the other actors, and they were like
Yeah.
a second behind on the reaction of being hit in the head. But he then grabs Nathan and runs out back to where old crazy lady's dead in the fucking shed.
Hanging out with
And,
a fucking
like-
machete.
Yeah, he lays him on the couch and he's like trying to help, and the cult members fucking follow him and just keep chanting in the doorway, which was hilarious. There was only 3. We can only fit 3 people in here, and there's like 3 of them just on their knees. But then we get a cut to another paper machete cutout, fucking Tim and Eric cut of Nathan levitating, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was so bad. And then
Yeah.
Dad tries to figure out a way to do it and then realizes that crazy cat lady was right the whole time, and he just very, very slowly stabs Nathan with the machete through his chest. And this is where
No. He stabs him in between his arm and his side.
Yeah.
Like, very fucking clear.
yeah. But this is where we get peak. This is a worst child actor acting ever with Nathan's noises of
You've stabbed me, father.
Ooh. It's I'm gonna take the moment. I'll post it just so for those of you who refuse to suffer with us can at least listen to and watch this fucking terrible moment in the movie. But
Sorry.
yeah, Dad decides to gather his dead family, and then the cop, I'm pretty sure the same cop that already died, busts in and arrests him. By the way, this is a moment I skipped over, and I had been telling everybody about this, and I skipped over it and shouldn't have skipped over it. The dad is very curious about why Nathan is acting weirdly at one point, and very aggressively rips his shirt open and notices all these scratches and immediately blames the nanny and calls the cops and blames the nanny. Yeah. I mean, it is her fault. She was doing it, but the nanny is there. We get a cut and she's just in the house now, scantily clad, I may say. It looks like she's ready for a night on the town. And she gets arrested. And she's in the back of the cop car and she's like, you're going to regret this. And then wasps start coming in. This is also when we find out that she is not from the town. So
may I just state, the wasp we were talking about earlier, some of the shittiest CG in this movie. And lo and behold, it doesn't get better when they fucking crawl in through the AC unit.
Nope.
I will say, they did track it very well to his eyes where he was looking around and there was actually a wasp there versus when you could look around and there's a wasp all the way off to the other side. It's
maybe
like,
it was a real one. They just
right
tied some dental floss to it and they were like, all right, this is the real one. We have it on, we have it on a leash.
CKY.
It's okay. Yeah, they freeze it.
Oh my God. Dude, I've wanted to try that, but at the same point, I love animals, even if they're pains in my ass.
I've done it.
Do that.
The upside is they hibernate. It doesn't hurt them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just puts
them freezing bees this summer, baby.
Yeah, they go into a hibernation. Their body goes into like a hibernated state. That's it.
Why are we talking about CKY? Oh, that's right, because we're talking about shit movies.
Yeah,
and here we are.
No, CKY is great. So is Haggard. You haven't watched Haggard? Watch Haggard. Haggard's a great movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. His girlfriend's underwears. Anyway.
We need to find some silver lining in this goddamn series.
So here's this moment. This is the moment. So I'm taking it back. I laughed twice during this movie. So the wasps come in, the cop car crashes, she's somehow uncuffed and just walks away unscathed. And then the cop car
aren't unlocked.
No, the cop car fucking explodes. Again, poorly CGI'd. This cult has been meeting in a van outside of the fucking family's house the whole time. And this crash happened blocks upon blocks upon blocks away. And it cuts back to it cuts back to the cult van. And somebody goes, "Did you hear that?" And somebody else in the van goes, "It sounded like a cop car exploding." Do they have a different sound? Like, what the fuck? Like I was like, they didn't. That's not what she just said. And I rewound it and I was like, no, that's exactly what she said. It sounded like a cop car exploding. Like they have a sound.
For those of you that did not see, otherwise known as everyone besides Rob, the moment he said a cop car exploding, my face furrowed. Like, I don't remember her saying cop car. Yeah. I just remember her saying it sounded like a car exploding.
It sounded like a cop car exploding. Yep.
Get fucked.
So, anywho, Dan gets arrested at the end of the movie, and then we cut back to Mama's dead belly and a poorly CGI'd baby hand, the world's strongest unborn child, just pushing through the shirt, like doesn't bust through, but like they haven't
motherfuckers plowing through those 9 months. Like, hello, I'm here.
There is a part of me, it's very deep inside, buried somewhere, that really wants to just queue up the first like 5 minutes of 12 because the only logical way that the next moment in the sequel should happen is that baby shotgun blasts out from her just across
like
the
water slide.
Yeah, just wow, Satan's here, and then it stands up and flips off the camera, and then it just goes to 12, and then we cut to something else. Yeah, it's got devil horns and everything. The only way you make anything from this is you make 12, and 13 fucking comedies. Because
did you know that 12 was the devil's number all along? We were wrong.
It just doesn't fucking... And that's the thing. I hate my curiosity and things like this, because even though 11 is not the devil's number, at least logically this makes sense. Are you going to tell me that 12 is also another birth year that they just have to be the same number 3 times for
I'm never going to find out, and I'm never going to watch it, but I'm guaranteeing the 2 sequels are the same exact fucking thing based on a birth year. But
they have to be. I also am curious. Go ahead.
Never mind. At this point, we're diving deep into this. I was going to say before we do, that was 11/11/11 from 2011, because yeah, that's the ending of it. A fucking CG hand, and that's all we get. Yep. Yes, go on. I want to talk about anything besides this fucking movie now. You brought me from it wasn't bad to, oh fucking Jesus Christ, shoot this movie off this goddamn planet.
All I was doing was looking up 12-12-12. It's written and directed by somebody completely different.
Oh, all right. So there's hope.
I don't know if it's one of this. There's no way that Cohen is a common last name, but it's written and directed by Jared Cohen. But
the Cohen brothers?
No, it wouldn't be. It couldn't be.
You shot that down real quick. Absolutely not.
I have more faith in them.
But that was the shit fiesta of 11/11/11 from 2011. You got me. And you're also giving me a look behind the camera. So, Rob, what do you see? Disappointment?
It's not a sequel. It's just another movie.
So it's
synopsis
entirely.
When baby Sebastian is born on 12/12/12, everyone around him starts to die. Pretty soon, his mother realizes that her son is the spawn of hell.
So the baby in the belly means nothing?
Apparently. Just go. It's just a go fuck yourself. Unless, no, because it's his mother. It wouldn't make sense. Unless mom doesn't die.
Dude, mom was shocked to shit and stabbed.
That's how the movie starts, is she just comes to. She's still alive.
I'm okay. Where's my husband? Oh no, my dead son. I have a lot of questions. I've been drugged this entire movie, and I have been the most useless character in the fucking world.
Even better, 13-13-13 doesn't show up on IMDb.
Thank God.
It's like, what the hell? I gotta Google now. I don't know. You might want to cut a bunch of this out. There it is. Oh, it's a girl this time. There it is. It says it's on IMDb. Why didn't it pop up? Because it was like, you don't need this.
You don't want this.
Guess what?
No.
This is written and directed by somebody completely different as well.
Of course it is.
James Cullen Bursack?
Ballsack?
Probably. In the the first fucking line. In the 13th month of the 13th year of a new millennium, humans battle a world of demons.
Just so everybody knows, we're not watching that movie. We're not even going to mention it again. There's no reason. I'm probably going to unknowingly mention it as a fucking shit grab at a joke. Oh, Rob might be excited to watch it. Hang on. That was the face of shock and possibly awe.
Dude. The actress that plays the mom in 11/11/11 is in this movie.
For those of you that can't see, otherwise known as everyone but me, Rob literally leaned back in his chair, laughed towards the ceiling, threw his hands up, and slapped the chair. I am not cutting a single moment of this out.
What the fuck is going on? Wait, is this the dad? Oh my god, I'm fucking sweating. Oh my god. Oh, all right. All right,
Hey, Rob.
You're gonna hear
Rob.
You're hearing it here first, suckers.
No.
I will be watching 12/12/12 and 13/13/13 and reporting back. We're not doing an episode on it, but at this point,
that best be your what's been keeping us up at night next episode.
I'm not going to do it that soon. That's insanity. I need time. I need time to recover from 11/11/11, but 13/13/13, I'm going to say right now, from what I just saw of the trailer, it looks like it is a comedy. I'm kind of sold. I recognized a few faces. The fact that they have the fucking actors from the first movie in here playing completely different people is unbelievable. I'm here for it. Reuse people and make them different people. It's like Kevin Smith. They're just like, hey, here's this same actor playing someone wildly different this time, but in shit movies instead of good movies. Oh my god, this is so good.
Oh my God.
That's also, I think, my third reference to Kevin Smith in season 3. So
I would believe it, and I'm perfectly okay with it because Kevin
Shout
Smith
out.
makes anything better than this.
yes, I love you, Kevin. You're amazing. I can't wait for your next movie.
Bloody Legend of the Week, Kevin Smith, everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no. Yeah,
Not even a fun prop, not even a fun animal.
I would
Wasp
have.
versus
I would
G.
have given it to. I would have given it to the eye gouging, but
Yeah, it wasn't great.
no. Yeah, we're just going to give it to Kevin Smith because his existence
Hell yeah.
makes this world so much better. Bloody Legend of the Week is Kevin Smith. We love you, Kevin. The Podfather himself.
Dude, I thought it was bad when we were giving it the fucking props. Holy shit.
Just somebody who's not even related to this at all.
Just somebody who was brought up in a random conversation. You know what? I think I mentioned to Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Fuck it, giving to Kevin Smith.
Hey, suckers, send us your suggestions of bloody legends. So when something's so bad we can't think of one, we'll pick one of yours out of the hat, and that'll be our random bloody legend.
You know what? I had a pretty good ham sandwich today.
Yeah.
Fuck it, Bloody Legend of the Week, the ham sandwich I had for lunch. All right.
There we go. Oh my god.
fucking god! You know what? Oh yeah, Kevin
All
Smith,
right.
ladies,
Well-
gents, and our non-binary friends.
Let's do this really easy.
Oh no,
We have decided zeros count. So I'm giving it a 0.
I will agree and give it a 0. I originally was very much so. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't very much so behind this, but I was a little bit more. It wasn't horrible. I wrote in notes at the end of last night watching this, going schlocky. Could be better with better CG, better acting, and more intelligible. Promise me, why was there the ritual mass murder suicide? Yep. Otherwise known as falling asleep while watching this movie, similar to Lethal Virus.
Yeah.
As it
both not
is
good movies.
stated, if you're falling asleep during a movie, Jason Michael, probably don't say it's a decent movie. Yeah, it's schlocky, but could be better with everything else done better.
AKA
Yep.
the movie not existing.
Uh-huh.
But stay tuned and I'll let you know how 12, 12, 12 and 13, 13, 13 are. I have a feeling that 13, 13, 13 is going to be a lot of fun.
You're braver than I. You are braver than I.
Well, I think with our 0 ratings, this one is obviously staying in the dungeon to remain and to suffer.
Dude, fucking in the dungeon, Outback, Frankenstein's Island, Lethal Virus, 11-11-11. Out of the dungeon. Bad Ben.
So
Bad
good.
Ben's getting lonely, but also fucking sipping Mai Tais by the goddamn beach. He's living it up.
Well, the
These
upside is
motherfuckers.
next week, you don't have to listen to us suffer. You get to listen to an
What?
awesome interview. We are interviewing 2 amazing human beings who live amongst the world of the spooky. That is the most I'm going to say about it right now, but this is something we actually mentioned in season 1 and in season 2 was kind of like a bucket list thing of, if we could have anyone on the podcast and we wanted to talk to somebody that wasn't a celebrity, because that list is very long for both of us, what would we want?
And also much more difficult to get to.
Yeah, but
We're trying.
this is going to be awesome. We're really, really excited to have these 2 amazing individuals on to have this amazing conversation. We really hope that you enjoy the interview as well.
So get ready for that wonderful, wonderful interview. I'm very excited for all of you to hear it because it is great. So until next week, and so much better than this goddamn movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Sleep tight, suckers. I have no stings for this episode besides 11.
Let's just do.
Why is mommy not gonna live? Stab. Got her.
Yeah, I got nothing. Mommy's hair's
Fuck this
wet.
movie.
Fuck this movie. We've got no stingers. This movie sucked so bad it broke both of our brains. That's our stinger.
This is a great ending bit, and it's still going until now.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Spoiler Sleepover, but the fun won't stop there. Go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and if you have any episode ideas, please send them our way at spoilersleepover@gmail.com. That'd be really fantastic of you. So, until next week, sleep tight, suckers.